Welcome to Tough Crowds, Tough Cuts, Volume 2. What was I doing on that poll? Who knows? But listen, didn't they just have a best of show a month and a half ago? You say yes, but guess what? The show's great, and so we had to do another one. Why is the show great? Because we're comedians. We're not cool. We're not rock stars. We're not athletes. In fact, I go as far as to say some of us are creeps. We don't belong on the red carpet without a dustbuster in our hands. We are the people who are supposed to make fun of the people who are cool. Anytime you see a comedian acting cool, you should realize he's lost his soul and his sense of humor, all right? What does that have to do with anything? I don't know, but it made sense when I started saying this. And then just kind of drifted into a place where I don't know where to go. But I will say, luckily, there's a whole show that's hilarious. So at least that'll structure this awful intro. Enjoy the show. You know, no matter what happens in the world, nukes, Middle East famine, in this country, we are still dodging the race issue.
Look at man, in the last year, black people have been arrested for embezzlement, plagiarism, sniping.
Because they're good at it.
And wait a minute.
They're good at it.
All crimes that were supposed to be, and now mass murder, and I just want to say that all black people ever wanted was an opportunity to show what we can do. Right. If given a chance.
Absolutely.
If given a chance.
Well, first of all, I want to say I'm so glad you're finally tackling race on this program.
Well, you know what? They shouldn't be taxing income at all. The government should get all of its money from sales tax, and then we should sell everything like sex and drugs and uppity Negroes.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, I think Margaret Mead over here has a point.
I don't know what to say to that one. That sounded real.
They have their own little court system at Macy's,
Yeah.
right? That's the issue. Which is good because our court systems are already clogged, right?
Right.
But you want to have a trial for, some kid who boosted a George Foreman girl the night before Kwanzaa? Come on, give me a break.
He had to go.
Wait a minute.
Come on.
Why are people assuming that the guy that stole the thing is black in that joke?
Yeah.
It's a white kid stealing it for a black friend.
I spent one night in prison. That's it for some stuff. And I
What
found
about
out
jail, though?
What for?
You know, out in jail.
what for? Being a black man walking on a Tuesday.
America.
And they got me there in someone else's house.
You know what? Not to be cruel, but that's what we pay them for. Go ahead.
We marched. We marched. And we
Oh,
sang
Joey
the
Ever
songs.
now.
We marched and we sang the songs, and we had the railroad with the woman that got hit in the head, right?
Tubman.
And it was not so that we could work at Abercrombie and Fitch folding socks, okay?
I go into Foot Locker. First of all, they never let you know that they work there, so it turns into a racial thing right away. Like, I'm sorry, do you work here? Yo, I gotta work here because I'm black. I'm sorry, do you not work? Oh, I can't have a job now?
All right, well, here we go. Keeping it racial, I would delete the love scene between Holly Berry and Billy Bob Thornton. I don't want that all-white, wrinkly ass pumping up on down on my Nubian queen. Yeah. How the hell would you feel, white people, if we had Reese Witherspoon getting teabagged by James Earl Jones?
Racism is getting to be like yelling Freebird at a rock concert. Everyone rolls their eyes when they hear it. Last year, a man in Idaho was sentenced to 7 days for shouting the N-word.
The most shocking thing about that case was that there are black people in Idaho.
That's a good point.
No, this is what it actually is. It's like y'all mad because you made the word up and you can't use it no more. You abuse your nigger privileges.
To me,
You have no more nigger privileges.
I think we're really moving forward as a country when we're letting the hip-hop community decide the drug laws. What's next? We're going to let your people decide what the legal alcohol limit is for driving?
There's a lot of pressure for successful black people because they have to worry about being perceived as sellouts by their own people. So if you talk like this, well, your people make fun of you for acting white. But have you seen the way white people act lately? They're like, yo, what's up? So pretty soon if you're black and you walk up to your friends like, yo, what's up? They're going to go, stop trying to act white.
Whether it's fair or not, the fact is being white is awesome.
It's so good. It's not!
No.
Wait a minute! Hold on now.
Let me finish.
I'm surrounded by whiteness. We're somebody black.
Look at us.
I like people of color. I like people of color.
Listen,
you go.
Our culture is decadent. If you don't believe me, look at the way these young guys treat women in videos, in clubs, on spring break. All right? So what we've done is we've decided to take Jim Norton, a man that exemplifies the debilitated, corrupt, and decadent men of today, and turn him into that much-needed savior, a gentleman. The first thing we're going to work on is how to approach a woman.
Hey, I have $10 and some beads. Don't be a stuck-up bitch. Show me something.
You know, just because you can say something doesn't mean you should. Try it again like a gentleman.
Hey, a friend of mine runs an Olive Garden in Western Pennsylvania, and he said I could just call anytime and get a table. You want to go? My treat.
Sure, I'd love to.
Nice. I like how you offered to pay, too. You're all class. Now, on the date, one thing women don't like is a self-centered ass. So be curious about her.
Are those real?
Okay, let's get past the first date. Let's get to the first good night. That's an important part of a date. Right after you drop her off.
Drop her off? Aren't there buses in Western Pennsylvania?
Hey, you're driving her home. You're at her door, okay?
I had a lot of fun tonight, thanks.
Hey, thanks. So did I. Can we do it again?
Sure.
Maybe you could bring a friend?
Jim, a menage a trois?
No?
What did we rehearse?
Oh, right. You're so special. Thank you so much. I just want to go slow so I don't ruin things.
Great. You really are romantic. See, now the advanced class, you've made love for the first time, so you have to say something reassuring.
I think I found a soulmate.
Me too, Jim.
Yeah, something to let them know you're going to be around. You're doing great.
Hey, as long as I have a face, you'll always have a place to pee.
You're disgusting.
Oh, Jim. I know you meant well, but you get out of line and you got slapped for it.
But I think I like being a gentleman. How disgusting am I?
Very. You better make it up to me, you bad boy. My feet need to be washed.
This is ugly. I don't think civilization is worth saving. I'll try to peel Norton off her feet so we can finish the show. Watch out for the buttons, Jim. Longtime Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat is being forced out of power to make way for a new prime minister who can work with Israel. Last night, they threw him a retirement roast, and we happen to have the tape. We're very lucky.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the compound. And we're gathered here, Ramallah, today to honor a good friend and a fella and a hell of a freedom fighter, Yasser Arafat. By the way, hey, give it up. By the way, nice headdress, Yasser. The Olive Garden called they want their tablecloth back. Is this on? Is this thing on?
Baghdad is a mess. The electricity is still out. The director of Iraq's power company was robbed of the country's wiring. Then he got robbed of the emergency wiring. Then the truck he drove the wiring in got stolen. Looting, carjacking, shooting at each other. Hey, these guys act like they've been democracy their whole life over there.
Did anyone check the Arabs before they came out here? I mean, seriously.
We can't even stop looters here. You know, we have stuff to loot.
I felt bad for the guy. I saw some guys carrying a door. They're going, hey, we got a door. Now all we're going to do is build a house around it.
Thanks, Mohammed. And by the way, nice dinner. I ordered the hummus, not the Hamas. Hey, you try doing this without Jewish writers.
It doesn't change the fact that the West Bank and the Gaza Strip are still separated by this thing called the State of Israel. So, really, to contain the Palestinians, they're going to have to build some sort of giant plexiglass tubes from the Gaza Strip, like a human habit trail between the two, and then it'll be good for the Israeli school children because they can go, look, Palestinians. Let's feed them pellets.
I just think Muslims and Jews have a lot in common, and people, the world is unaware of that. I mean, we don't celebrate Christmas. We don't eat pork. We both use in our pronunciation.
Mr. Arafat, you're like a father to me. You taught me the difference between right and Jew.
There's a fly in the food. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Ahmed. Go ahead.
Oh, it's huge.
Basically, you know, that's not a fly. That's a rat with
Well, that's what
wings.
happens when you get a bunch of Arabs around.
Welcome to Middle East Comedy Jam.
This is what really happens there. 5,000 people starving to death every month. Starving to death.
5,000 people starving to death and hundreds of thousands of people like snackish. They can go for just like a little biscuit.
Yeah, so you're a great leader, my friend. The Yom Kippur War, the 6-Day War, the raid on Antibes. Oh, boy, no wonder they gave you the Nobel Peace Prize. You never won a war in your life.
Thanks, everybody. What a hilarious night. Hey, guys, I don't mind if you bomb. Just do it at next time at a restaurant in Tel Aviv.
They say that the bill for the war is coming in, like it's like you're at a restaurant. The bill for the war is coming in. Oh, who ordered scuds? You know.
Blue-eyed Jew, first
yes,
of all.
I know.
You remind me of like a young Sharon, when Sharon was like a young swaggering kind of Netanyahu Jew.
There was an attempt. There was an attempt in about 44 to make all Jews blue eyes.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you.
Look, I know that for many years, big criticism as I refused to make face-to-face negotiation with Israel, but why? 2 words, Golda Meir. That's not a face you want to face. Believe me. I'm kidding. She's a lovely woman, very handsome woman. Officials intercepted emails that mentioned possible attacks on large American cities. How does that affect you, Mr. Voss?
You know, I live and grew up in Plainfield, New Jersey my whole life. It's 99% black. I've been on high alert for 45 years now.
It's a sin to target Middle Eastern men because, with a couple of minor exceptions, like September 11th, the '93 attack on the World Trade Center, the Achille Laurel, the USS Cole, the attacks on the Marine barracks in Kenya and Tanzania, Pan Am over Lockerbie, the U.S. Embassy in Beirut, and the Marine barracks in Beirut. And don't forget the attempted shoe bombing on American Airlines by Richard Reed. With those very minor exceptions aside, Middle Eastern men are no threat at all.
Hey, we got a gift for you, okay? It's the first rock you ever chucked at an Israeli tank.
Thank you, guys. Don't be a stranger. I mean, I'll still be around, you know. It's not like I'm going to retire in Miami. Allah Akbar. Good night. We live in a country where people are afraid to say how they really feel. Ironically, the only place I hear the truth is in comedy clubs. Comedians may be perverts, lazy, selfish, and bad dressers, but they don't lie. So if you can't watch people's honest opinions without fighting, booing, or boycotting, you can check out a repeat of the Gilmore Girls on another channel, stupid. What'd you just say?
I said even this wonderful network that this show is on that I get to do once a week.
Oh, my Lord.
What
are you going to say?
I was doing my half-hour special.
Yeah.
And I do the thing about the sniper, the black sniper.
Yes.
And blah, 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 blah. The punchline was nigga in a Buick. And
it's so funny it gets a laugh without the sound.
They cut out Buick.
They cut out Buick.
I swear to God, because they didn't want to Buick in a
If you want to say a curse on this network, you have to be like a cartoon or a talking turd.
That's right.
Whenever I'm around you, Palin, I start talking like you. I don't, all of a sudden.
Trying to make a point, the brutality of capital punishment. But they have no balls. If they had balls, they'd ask for a crucifixion.
I say.
No, seriously, that makes a big statement. People are still talking about that today.
Zinging.
How about It's Zingers? That's what the show's about, Jerry. Zingers, okay? It's our little attempt to make the big bucks. Do you mind?
Maybe we should ask, what would Jesus drive?
That's a real commercial. So what do you think? Tasteless? What?
Can I say I don't know what brand he would drive, but I bet it would be an automatic, because nothing makes driving a stick harder than a hole in your hand.
Well, I think that it's interesting you would say that. I was an altar boy, and it's interesting. No, it's interesting how anything can be a sign of rejection. I look back and I think, what about me, Father? What? I wasn't good enough for you, Father? I wasn't sexy enough. Oh yeah, the O'Malley twins got it twice a week, but you couldn't lift up little Dom Herrera's casket and make him feel important.
They don't want Marilyn Manson at Six Flags because he has plastic breasts and eye contact. So I guess I'm not bringing my wife to Six Flags.
I'm not a director. Could we get a quick shot of Norton, like, sitting there eating that strawberry like a gay Roman emperor? Look at him. He's a decadent Roman naughty emperor.
They always tax things that aren't necessary, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I just want to get one in before I hear a shirt comment.
I'm a comedy genius, and it's hard to express.
You're right.
why that's funny.
And there was a bomb threat in front of my building. They would not let anybody go down the block. And I had
you weren't doing a show?
No. And I loved you in Shana Na. I hate that look when you give. Like, that's so satisfying to you.
I know.
No,
and you know, he wanted to say, he wanted to save that guy, too.
Well, I was waiting for the huge black penis joke.
Yeah.
I was to see how he was going to fit that in.
Oh, really? What am I, a dick joke specialist now?
I don't know. Have you watched the show?
Watch out, Pat.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's not a joke specialist. You really think that about Nick?
No, I'm sorry. What the hell just happened?
Yeah. It's hard to get people who are smoking and drinking pissed off. You know, they're like, hey, we're raising the prices to $7. $7? Yeah, why? You wouldn't want to protest? No, but it's messed up. I'll pay it, but here.
But if you don't drink and you don't smoke like me, then who cares?
Then you're boring. There should be a tax on that.
Get with the program, sister.
Hey, Collins, what's more important, happiness or money?
Money, spend, grab, run, do whatever you got. Forget school, quit, go to Europe, hide.
Well, because tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking you to make a terrible choice. These 3 cockroaches have all been convicted of capital crimes, and tonight, you, the audience, will choose which one will die. Now it's kind of funny you bring that up because I was going to talk to you about the existential crisis kind of thing. You know,
What is that word? Never heard of that word. See, I'm not educated. What does existential mean? What the hell does that mean? I don't understand. Where you're from Hell's Kitchen, and you're throwing in those big words. I got trouble with the.
I'm from Brooklyn. Dead Roach walking.
Though I crawl through the valley of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
Thank you, Father. Governor. If you were at an art gallery show, you saw a guy like me, but what? Well, if I had my glasses, you saw me, maybe I'm just standing here looking like this in the picture. Would you be attracted to me and say, that guy's kind of cool? Just pretend you don't know me.
With the thumb in the mouth?
All right, no.
This is the show in the trenches. You dig up a hole and you fill the hole again. That's all the show is about. You ain't gonna go nowhere after that. After here, there's no musicals. It's over. Trust me. Trust me. The new kids are coming along. They dress different. They're pissed off because I got a members only. Who cares?
Personality trait that people criticize me most for is...
Telling white girls I'm Method Man? Answer.
Smoking too much goddamn weed, yo. All the time, yo. That's what
I apologize. It was Method Man. My fault.
What are you doing? What is your problem? Jesus.
What are you, a lesbian or something? So, Pat, you're saying basically if I,
I'm not saying that basically. What are you correcting my genius for? Leave it alone. Let it die. You got the show. I finish here. I gotta go and get a club date.
How many tattoos do I have?
See? You didn't think there was an Arab Ben Affleck, and there he is. Huh? That's why tonight I present the American caste system. 2/3 of the country is in this next caste, the Wall Martians. These are the majority. These are people who've spent some part of their week in a Walmart. Loud families, blue-collar single guys, and people who work in office parks are all in this cast. If you've celebrated at least one birthday along with the waitstaff at Applebee's, you probably belong here. All I'm talking about is sometimes you ever get that, like, I get that kind of sense of,
I never get that sense. I am the happiest man on the planet here, and you're busting my fazools. Let it lay. Let it go. Go nice. Go home and say to yourself, why did they pick me and this kid's out of work?
I think that's some good advice for all college graduates.
Right.
Thank you very much, Pat. We'll be right back. Well, I think that show says it all about where we stand as a nation. Divided, confused, irritable, greedy, lustful, and unaware of our own mortality. But what more could you ask for? We're giving you our imperfect souls on this show, for God's sakes. Good night.